Couple of little commercials for you here. Hi, my associate Nancy would like to tell you a little bit about how you could use the keyword beer, B-E-E-R, if you had a bar and you were using mobile marketing.
For example, if you owned a bar, you could create the keyword named beer. Have people text beer to receive your promotion. As soon as they do, they will immediately be sent a coupon on their cell phone to redeem. It's really powerful how this works. By giving something away, you entice people to text your keyword. Most importantly, you have their contact information saved in your database. This allows you to market to them whenever you want for an immediate response. Text messages have a 95% read rate. Compare that to email, which most likely ends up in spam anyway. When I want to turn a slow day into a busy one, I just go to my computer, log into my account, and blast out an offer. One click and it goes to everyone in my database. They get immediately notified of a special offer, and I get customers in a way that I couldn't even dream of before. Turning this into this. By advertising my keyword on menus, flyers, stores, really anything you can think of, you can see it doesn't take long to build a database of hundreds, even thousands of names. It's the most cost-effective means of marketing today, and your competitors probably aren't even doing it yet. Now this is only one example. I'm sure you can find a texting application for your own line of business. You're only constrained by your own imagination. Plus, we have a whole consulting arm to help you every step of the way, giving you more time to enjoy the things you like to do, such as golf.
Well, I don't care much for golf, but I do like keywords when they're especially strategically chosen. So we're going to set up a one-to-one for anyone, myself or Arena, after the meeting, and we'll set up a time for a one-to-one to help you strategically choose a keyword for your business. Thanks. Talk to you soon.
That are coming in and out of their stores, or the people that are potentially interested in buying from them, and capture information so that they can remarket to them in the future. Remarketing is the crux of what we really do. Remarketing to people to drive additional transactions or whatever the case may be. So if I could have one piece of data, what would it be? And in the past, it's been their home address. From back in the Stone Age, we tried to get people's home address so that we could send them stuff in snail mail. Whether those be future coupons or our catalog of new stuff every year. I mean, people grew billion dollar. Email is very, very important, and many people do a great job with their email campaigns. However, when they go out there and they're trying to build their email databases and have been for 4 or 5 years, when they send out their emails, they oftentimes only get a 20 or maybe 30% open rate, or about 1 out of 3 people actually open up the email and look at it when they're sending out their email campaigns. Plus, people's email addresses change every 3 years typically. So if I have somebody's email today, 3 years from now, they're working a different business or whatever. The other piece of information that's really interesting when you're going in and talking to people about mobile and sending text messages to phones is that they'll say, well, people already get email to their phone all the time. And I tell them one thing. I said, yes, I get email to my phone too. But when I go into a business and they say, what's your email address? Do you know what email address I give them? The same email address that everybody else gives out all the time. It's some crappy Gmail address that certainly doesn't go to our phone. Everybody has all of these email addresses. I've got like 12, right? And that's the reality of business today. So when I collect data, when I'm collecting email addresses, I'm often not capturing the cleanest type of information. Plus, we know it's going to change. If I collect their mobile number, when's their mobile number going to change? How long have you personally had your mobile number? And when I ask business owners or CMOs of companies this question, they all look at me and say, well, it's never changed. I've had it forever. I mean, every single one of them says that. And I had mine forever too, except for the time that I went into the witness protection program, and then they made me change it. And that's why I can't identify who I am during this quick training. Great news for you mobile marketers out there that are getting started in this business. Where are we today as far as adoption of, and what I'm talking about is businesses out there in your community, that are going to be using text message marketing, mobile websites, mobile coupons, any conversions, and that's what they're looking for is conversions. A little bit more data here for you today. About 64% of people, and that's the target demographic of every single business out there for the most part, they own a mobile device and can get text messages. So literally, our technology works with almost every single person out there today. When you compare that to different types of campaigns out there, average email campaigns, average open rates of less than 22%, meaning that this is just another example of something that we say to business owners. Let's line 100 of your clients up in the room right now, and just imagine those 100 clients in your head. And if I asked every one of them for their email address, and then I send them an email, guess how many of them will look at it? 22. That's on average, right? Maybe for your business, it might be 30, it might even be 35%, but we're talking about less than half of them. Then when do they actually read it? An average person takes 90 minutes to even look at that email. If I send a text message out, we know that it's a 98% overall open rate on that text message, or about 3 or 4 times that of email. Meaning, if I send a message to the 100 people in your store right now via text, 98% of them statistically would open and read it. 95% within the beginning of presentation. So, all right, let's talk about just some basics again, real fast. Some people call them text messages. Some people call them SMS. And SMS stands for short message service. That's that 160 character message. If you're in the United States, it's less characters in Canada. And a multimedia message service is an MMS. That's when you deliver a picture, a video, seeing how some of these people are doing that. That's how they're doing it. How do we protect ourselves, your business, your clients? A couple different things. One, you got to follow the CTIA, Central Wireless Association. They're the ones that regulate short codes, long codes, what you can do to cell phones. That is the real governing body. When people make mistakes there, they can get their short codes. The CTIA can come in and drop their short codes, disable their ability to send messages to the carriers, and all sorts of things like that. Other people have problems in other ways. For instance, one of the things that you can't do is mobile marketing is all what we call permission-based marketing. Permission-based marketing means that I have to get your permission to be able to send you a message. That doesn't mean I have to say, hey, would you please opt in so that I can send you future messages? We can be more sophisticated in our messaging to clients. We can be more interesting, and we can certainly get people to engage with us and give us permission. But we have to have permission. We can't just take and upload 5,000 people in a market and say, hey, here you go. Do you want to send messages to these people? We can't have a car wash run some kind of special and get 5,000 people to opt in and then go sell that 5,000 person list to Papa John's or some other company. People that have clients over the last 3 years. We've seen this countless times. Chinese restaurant does deliveries, and over the last 3 years, they've acquired 15,000 different phone numbers in the market of people that have bought from them before. Can they upload those phone numbers and send them a text message? They cannot. Point in example, our example here, Papa John's did that. They went and took a list of people that they had done previous business with. They sent out messages to drive business to those people. Those people filed a class action lawsuit and went back and sued Papa John's for millions of dollars. Obviously, they could sue their provider too for letting them do that. This is why we don't let anybody do this. It's non-compliant messaging. You have to get people to text in first. So how do we get them to do that? We'll talk about that in a minute. So Papa John's mistakes are common. People do this a lot in a lot of different types of companies. We don't allow it to happen. You cannot send the list to people that you've acquired in the past in some way unless you've gotten express permission from them. Express permission comes in a lot of different ways. The other mistake that Papa John's made was their technology provider failed to take people out of the database when they replied stop. So they really got themselves into some trouble. So we hard code our stop messages. We teach people the right disclaimers on all of our opt-in widgets and our collateral creators. We have the right disclaimers in there, so you're not going to get in trouble. Also, like right now, we're providing you the right education to be able to make this happen. The Central Wireless Association says there's lots of different ways to be able to get people to give you permission. So let's talk about some of them. One, they can engage with a keyword. Engaging with a keyword is when you send a text message with a word to a short phone number. So if I text the word pizza to 63975, I then have opted into that business's keyword campaign. I'll get an instant response back telling me that hey, here's your coupon, watch for future messages, reply stop to end, or help for help. And I'll get that back on my phone. So if I engage with a keyword and get an instant response back to my phone, I've expressed permission and I'm opted in. A web form. A web form is when I go to a website, could be a regular website, could be a mobile website, and it tells me to type my mobile number in. And underneath it, it has the right terms and conditions. It says, watch for future messages, up to 3 messages per month. Standard text message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to end, help for help. Stop and help have to be bold and all capitalized. That's in another video. But if somebody does that and they get a instant text message to them right when they fill out the form, that text message also confirms their opt-in and gives them the ability to opt out right then. So that's fine. Tablet forms like our kiosk forms work exactly like a web form. Mobile forms exactly the same way. These are all just different formats of it, right? And even paper disclaimers. So I can literally walk into a medical clinic and I'm filling out all the paperwork and it says, there's another piece of paper that says, hey, we occasionally send out medical updates or appointment reminders via text. And then it has all the right terms and conditions. Standard text messages may apply, reply stop to end, help for help, up to 4 messages a month, blah, blah, blah. And then it says for me to sign it. I can take everybody that signed that kind of permission form and upload that I can upload all those people into a database. However, that form has to give express permission, the mobile number, all of those disclaimers right there by them where you're filling out the mobile number, not on page 9 where they're signing the front page mobile. And they get together and produce case studies and all kinds of different things talking about the right ways and best practices of running mobile campaigns. There's case studies on their website. You can always go to, it's MMAglobal.com. You can always go to their website and just take a peek around and look at different things. Of course, all of our examples are teaching, the best practices of what to do as well. So you're going to learn all of that. Again, what's the shortest way that you can do the terms and conditions? This is kind of standard protocol, standard SMS and data rates may apply up to 4 additional messages per month, or that could be 2, or it could be 30, depending on how many messages or frequency that the business is going to send. Reply stop to end or help for help. The CSCA, or the Common Short Code Administration, is where you acquire short codes. There's 3 parts in delivering a text message to a phone. 1, you need a short code. 2, you need a gateway, which typically are aggregators, to be able to work contracts with every single carrier that take all the messages that are coming in and then send them to the correct carrier. They aggregate the messages and then send them to the correct carrier. So 1, you need shortcode, 2, you need an aggregator, and 3, you need an application. An application is what you log into with your username and password and allows you to create your keyword campaign and manage your message flow and has your databases in it and is and a web application or what we call a mobile website app. You see, when you go to iTunes Store or the BlackBerry store, or you go to the Android Marketplace and you download one of the apps, what are you actually doing? You're actually putting content into the phone itself. It gives the ability of that application to be able to utilize some of the things inside the phone. Like for instance, it could access your contact list and pull it into the app itself if it wanted to. A native application could access your camera on your phone and maybe utilize some of the features of that in the application itself. When you download an application to your phone, a native application, that content actually stays on the phone and it can be opened even if you're not connected to the internet or you don't have any data at the time. However, most applications today need that internet connection to be able to run. And oftentimes the native applications we download, like Facebook, for instance, are really just a frame that we're downloading to the phone. And every time we click the app, it actually just goes to the internet and pulls in the data. So it's really nothing more than a frame for a mobile website. The question is, do most businesses need a native application? Most of them want it. It's sexy, it's interesting, that's what they want. But a native application might run between $2 and $100,000. The price range can be massively different. The average native application launched on the Android and iPhone marketplace typically run $8,000 to $12,000 for just really what we would call just basic native applications. However, what's a mobile web app? A mobile web app is simply a mobile website designed to look and function like an app. It can have maps and integrate with the mapping controls of the phone. It can have detailed menus and calendars and pretty much every links from RSS feeds and videos and pretty much every single thing that any normal business would want on their application. A menu, a downloadable menu, all kinds of stuff like that. And it can pretty much have anything that 99% of all businesses want, and it can be built inside the advanced mobile web builder that you guys have access to. And typically, one can be built within 20, 30 minutes to an hour, oftentimes. And they can be sold $300, $400, $500, $1,000 for a one-time build out of one of these mobile web apps. What does it do? It puts that app icon right on the home screen of their phone so it looks like an app. But really, it's a shortcut to a mobile website that functions like an app. It doesn't have the browser menu at the top and the search bar at the top and opens up and really feels like a native application. It also is easier to get downloads because when you launch on iTunes and you launch on the Android Marketplace, how do most people deploy that in the real world? They put up a sign that says, hey, would you like to download our app? Go to the iTunes store and download it today. How do people deploy their web app or their mobile website? What they do is they go and they tell somebody, hey, do you want this instant environmentally friendly coupon? Text our company name to 72727. The person texts in. Instantly, they get a text message back that says, here's your coupon, and download our app today. It has extra coupons on it. Click here, and it gives them a link. They then click that link, and it takes them right to the mobile website that gives them a little pop-up notification that looks just like this right here and tells them to save the app icon to their home screen. So it's literally so much easier of a process to get a lot of scale to the number of people looking at your content. Plus, it's less expensive. It's easier to go to market. It's quicker to market, and it's just a multitude of other things. So how do we go in and sell mobile websites? We know that people are searching from their mobile device. They're going in, they're looking for, carpet cleaning in their area or whatever. Did you know that Google's algorithms actually ranks people that have a true mobile website higher in the searches than it does people that do not if you're searching from a mobile browser? So that's one of the things that go into the algorithm. So if you don't have a good mobile website, you're not being ranked as high. That's going to be important to a lot of business. But many businesses, when people do actually go to their website, they type it in direct or they search for it and find it, their website looks like crap. They got to scroll side to side, up and down. They can't find any of the information. Their forms don't work very well. And worse, you go and you find the coupon on the website and it says you have to print it off. Whether I'm searching on my tablet or my laptop from my house, I don't have a network printer. If I'm searching for my mobile phone, I certainly am not going to be able to print off the coupon that I have. But what I can do is have it sent directly to my phone. And I can do that by putting one of our web widgets, which is in later videos, right on the mobile website. And then people can just type their mobile number in and instantly they get the mobile coupon right to their phone. A much better process that works for any device that comes to it. So obviously these people that have a website like this, they're spending money to drive traffic to it. They've got problems. Because when people come to the site and they find this site and they got to scroll around, they can't use anything and they can't find the menu and it's too big and they can't read it very well and they're running around doing different things, they will bounce off of it. The bigger images and things like that cause slower load times on a mobile device. When you have a slower load time, for every second that it takes your site to load, doubles the amount of bounces you have off of your site. Thus, if we give them a nice mobile website that's nice and up and down, they don't scroll side to side, the forms are easy to use, nice and up and down, very easy to use menus. It's real easy to read all the content. It has the app icon right there, and we can build it in minutes. And then we can put it on their website, on their real website, and redirect it so that anybody that comes to their regular website from a mobile device, it automatically redirects them to this mobile website that we created from our tons of different templates and layouts and every colors, and made it look just awesome. And without any design skills and without any, any ability, any need to do HTML or anything else. So the last thing we're covering here, just take a couple minutes, is why do people want to spend money or invest their dollar in a mobile website, an app, a text message marketing, anything like that? It really, the question, the nuts and bolts of that question come down to, why do we advertise at all? Well, advertising typically breaks down into two different categories. One is customer loyalty. That means we're taking people that already buy from us. Loyalty means I've got people that already buy from me. There are people that already walk in my grocery store. There are people that I have already serviced their HVAC. There are people that come to my website already and buy things off my website. That I want to capture data from them, and then I want to remarket to them. What am I trying to accomplish? Well, I'm trying to get extra transactions over the course of the year, but that may not be all I'm trying to do. There's a lot of other functions to it. You see, I might be able to increase frequency, which means get them to come in more often, right? I might be trying to increase transaction size. You see, a lot of businesses will market to their people about upgrades or premium services or just extra services, or in grocery stores, oftentimes it's called getting people into other aisles. They normally come to the grocery store for their eggs, milk, and food. But if I can get them to go into the medicine aisle and buy some of the medicine, or I can get them into the dog food aisle and buy their dog food there instead of Walmart, then I'm not only increasing the transaction size, but I'm getting them to buy things that might have better margins on them, thus increasing my overall profitability of my business. Sometimes I'm trying to make them aware of other things that we do. Might be the catering service that we have. It might be massages. It might be that I'm an oil change place, but that we also do, great discount tires. Or there's just 1,000 of other. Every business has ancillary services that if more of their customers knew about it, that they would buy those services from them because they already buy a different service from them. Sometimes people use mobile to drive their social media and grow their social media, and that's a very important piece that we talk about. Top of mind awareness by marketing to your current customers a couple times a month or once a month or 3 times a month, depending on the style of your business, will keep you top of mind with them. So then when somebody else comes up and says, hey, I'm thinking about, maybe having a wedding and I don't really know where to get flowers, and they go, you know what? These people do the best, honestly, the best arrangements, the best flowers. That's being top of mind. And then when they can just forward your text message right to them, that's going to get you a lot of business. So The second reason we advertise, and this is one that people primarily think of, is to capture new business. When people market, they're doing all sorts of things. They're going out there, they're buying radio spots, or even if they don't have any money, they're putting signs by the road, right? Or they're doing print pieces or mail inserts or television if they're big, or event marketing or trade shows or anything like that. Maybe they're just handing out business cards. What we do is we teach people how to add mobile engagements into that media that they're already putting out there and capture those leads into mobile databases and then remarket to those leads. And remarketing to those leads will eventually lead to those people walking in the door for the first time, or going to the website for the first time, or calling that business for the first time and becoming a new customer. Then we turn around and continue to market to those people and make them loyalists of the brand. And then they refer business. And that's how we grow someone's customer base. And when you walk into any business tomorrow and you tell the business owner, hey, John, what we're talking about today is we're talking about growing your customer base significantly. I'm talking about over the course of this year, with the right integration of mobile into everything that you're currently doing and putting out in the community today, that we're going to capture leads. Then we're going to take and remarket to those leads and turn those into new customers. And if we put 1,000 new customers in your business over the course of the next year, we'll literally be putting tens of thousands of dollars in your pocket on a monthly basis. People will listen to you when you talk in those terms. Talking to people about business is what they want to know.
24 hours a day. No one knows when an emergency will threaten, be it a tornado, a flood, a water quality alert, an abducted child, but certainly when it happens, information is essential and timing is critical. Your neighbors will comfort in the knowledge that when an emergency occurs, they will receive an official text message alert from you. Attached to this email is a proposal that you can place on the next board meeting agenda to approve a $29 a month addition to your municipal services that will allow you to provide potentially life-saving information instantly to the entire community in a way that would otherwise be impossible. Let your chairman, councilperson, or trustee know that you want the board to provide this service for your family and that you feel $29 a month for the entire community is reasonable.